These are the stories they don't want you to know. The stories that have been covered up and taken offline. For more, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Murders are on the rise.
We have officially been on lockdown for over a week now. The government is urging people to stay indoors, avoid as much human contact as possible, and only essential businesses have stayed open. Sounds like it could be a good time to catch up on Netflix, right? That's what I thought too. I was wrong. I live alone with my dog. She was the cutest little thing. I woke up one night to hear something in the kitchen. I was terrified. I've never been so paralyzed with fear. I called the cops. They said they would be right over. I moved toward the kitchen and opened the door. The cereal was all over the floor, but that was it. The cops took 45 minutes to get here. Due to the coronavirus, they said they are busier than ever. I thought to myself, what if this was an emergency, like the one I was about to experience? What would I do? The cops didn't find anything. 2 days go by and I wake up to the sounds of my dog being torn apart. I'm a loser and I did nothing to help. I couldn't move again. I called the cops and the whimpering stopped. I felt there was someone in there and I couldn't do anything. When the police came, they went into the kitchen to find my poor girl torn apart and stabbed over 30 times. I'm crying as I write this. Please, I don't know what to do. The cops haven't done anything. I believe someone is coming for me and killing the thing I love the most. What do I do? Please also understand the cops aren't helping. They are too busy with everything else, and I don't think we are safe in this country anymore.
A nurse reveals death count isn't what they report.
Nurse here. This needs to be said. I work in a very well-known hospital. It's much worse than what the news shows. Our supplies are limited and we are often left to take care of dozens of patients, most of which will not get the care they deserve. We ordered a refrigerator truck to keep some of the deceased in because we no longer have room in the hospital. People are dying at a faster rate than before. It sickens me to see this. It breaks my heart for the families who lose loved ones and can't be with them. I'm not sure why the news channel won't discuss the reality of what is happening. For the love of God, we need to shut down the borders, stop all contact, and please be safe. This virus isn't going to stop unless we take the correct measures.
Break and enter.
You can't trust what you see on TV. I live in a slight lower middle class neighborhood. Not that bad of a place, but not great either. People are raiding each other's house, picking on the elderly and taking what they feel is theirs. The police have been called multiple times, but it seems they have more to deal with and can't be bothered to help us. I'm no longer safe in my house, and I fear that it is only getting worse. We are currently 3 weeks exposed to the virus, and this is already this bad. I'm worried for my safety. My children's safety. If anyone has more advice on what to do next, please help.
It's worse than we thought, and more people will die.
Anonymous. I was brought in by the USA government to do some further testing on vaccines. I feel we have gone too far. I believe the main reason we haven't had a vaccine yet is there are multiple mutations of the virus. Based on our research, I believe more people have a version of the virus in them. They just wouldn't have any showing symptoms. As the virus grows and spreads, it mutates into a worse form, unfortunately killing its carriers much more quickly than we had expected. Based on our work, it's estimated almost 24% of the planet could be exposed to the beta form of the virus, which would mean you could have it and not show any symptoms. I hope they take our research very seriously, as it's the best hope we have to finding a vaccine. My belief is you may already have the virus and it's waiting to mutate. Should this happen, there is no going back. As projected, we believe this beta virus would do much worse than the original COVID-19, potentially wiping out over 1 billion people, about 1/7 of the total population. And that's assuming the governments act fast.
Far more have died than you know.
So I'm officially scared of what will happen. My girlfriend is a nurse and she's being telling me stories that you couldn't imagine. Her hospitals has seen 13 deaths due to coronavirus. The thing is, she believes there's an additional 20 to 30 deaths that they are refusing to diagnose because they don't want people to freak out. Too late. Every day they have police officers there that are checking into the situation, not sure what that means, but it seems like every death that doesn't fit the perfect description, they are writing off as old age or something else. Apparently a 62-year-old woman died, and she had all the symptoms, except she never experienced a headache, so they refused to write it off as corona. Instead they said it was due to old age. Old age at 62. She believes it is way worse than the government leads on. That it's too far gone, and the governments can't get a handle on it.
I have coronavirus.
I was diagnosed with coronavirus and it's not fun. I'm currently in self-isolation. I left my wife and kids at the house and went to the cottage. I have some food here, but I'm really sick. I feel a burning in my chest almost all day. And I have the weirdest dreams. It's like I'm alive, but I don't have control over my body. I try to sleep as much as I can, but these dreams are starting to get to me. It's almost like I have no control over them. I love my family and I hope it passed and I can go back to see them. For now it's rough. I'm alone and I avoid all contact, like you should. But my wife is forced to take care of the kids, and I don't know how bad it will get. It's times like this I should have bought a new life insurance policy but didn't. I'll update in a few days. Edit. The pain's worse. The dreams are more real now than ever. I'm struggling to keep track of what day of the week it is. The only thing that keeps me going are my kids.
I speak without a mouth, and I hear without ears. I have no body, but come alive with wind. What am I?